Hey guys, I'm Kelsey Yogi here on YouTube and on Instagram, and you guys have asked for more glute booty workouts, and we are doing just that today. Let's just go ahead and get started. No sense in wasting any more time. If you have a mat, go ahead and grab one. Otherwise, a carpet or just a little bit of space is fine. Walk your shoulder blades underneath you just slightly to protect your upper back. Plant your feet just outside of your glutes. Toes can be slightly facing out if that feels better for your knees, or parallel line, doesn't really matter. Of all these exercises we're doing, we're just gonna try to hit 25. So if you can only hit 15, or if you wanna go faster than me and hit 40, it's up to you, but I'm gonna do 25 of each exercise, and let's just go ahead and get started. First one we're doing are those typical glute bridges. So we're gonna lift our hips, squeeze at the top, and lower down. Let's hit it, let's go, 25. Make sure that you are pressing down into the heels, keeping the shoulder blades tucked underneath you. And really important that you keep, the neck, the upper back nice and neutral. You don't want to strain your neck, cause any damage there. Really pumping, squeezing at the top, pushing the feet down into the earth. Try to think about keeping your knees parallel too, as if there was like a yoga block between them, and you're squeezing that block. That would be perfect. So you don't want the knees to flare too out right now or to touch each other. Just that nice parallel line, and make sure that you keep squeezing, because that's what we are here for, building that booty. I got 3 more. And last one, let's hold for 5, 4, keep squeezing, 3, 2, last one, lower down. All right, the next one that we're gonna move right into is the same type of motion, but now we're gonna be at the very bottom. So rather than up high like this, we're gonna roll down through the spinal canal so that the last of your vertebrae of that lumbar spine touch down, but not your butt. So you wanna keep your butt lifted, low back touching, and we're just gonna do like these pelvic tilts. All right, so this can be a little awkward, but it works different muscles. Feels really nice, very engaging. So once you're there, let's go ahead and hit our number. You're kind of squeezing the whole time as you lift up, since there's not very far to go. But do try to relax on the way down. That way you feel the difference between that engagement and that release. Naturally, you'll feel like you're lifting the pelvic floor. That's just an added bonus. Hopefully by now your glutes are starting to really feel warmed up and activated. I've got 5 more. Finish up whatever you are doing and go ahead and rest the glutes down. If you're starting to feel like they're getting a little too tight, maybe they're knotting up a bit, make sure you stretch them out. A nice way to do that is to just draw the knees towards the belly, or even straightening the legs over the chest. Stretch out the glutes. All right, we got a couple more here to do. The next one that we're going for is a wide-legged bridge. So we're still right here on the ground, but now if you're on a yoga mat, you're gonna open your feet about as wide as the mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, it's about 2 feet, 3 feet, just as open as you can do so comfortably. So you don't wanna be super uncomfortable, but the legs are wider to activate different muscles. I'm gonna rest my hands on the thighs and just kind of let my hands slide up and down my legs as I thrust the hips up, and always squeezing at the top. All right, so let's get 25 in. Here we go. Every time we change these leg shapes, we are asking different muscles to do different jobs, which is perfect for building those glutes. So many different aspects to engage, to work. And you'll find some that you like and some that you don't like so much, and that's okay. It's all on the journey. I've got 10 more. Keep pressing out of those heels, squeezing those glutes. You may be feeling it in the low back too. That's okay, that's to be expected. Got 5 more. Last 2, and last one, let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, Last one, lower down. All right, now we are going to bring the soles of the feet together still, letting the knees fall open wide. So kind of this, butterfly shape or diamond shape of the legs. Now you can keep the feet just like that and kind of pressing into that pinky toe side of the foot if that works for you, or if you have to plant your feet, that's okay. Tuck those shoulder blades underneath you. Let's get at it. We got 25 ahead of us. This one might be a little bit easier to have the hands down because there might be a little bit more of a balance issue. Really feeling it on those inner thighs as well. Keep your breath smooth and steady. Really just staying focused in each moment, noticing what you feel. Maybe those muscles are starting to quiver, starting to feel a little fatigued already. Or maybe you're just getting warmed up still. We're all going to be in different places. Got 10 more. Last 2. Let's hold it on that last one for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, very good. Whew, it's getting tough. I know I'm starting to feel it. You guys are doing super good. All right, so for this next one, we are gonna come into that typical bridge shape, lifting the hips up, and we're just gonna hold as we raise and lower the leg 25 times. And we'll do 25 on each side. Do the best that you can. If you get too fatigued and you only get through 15, you know what, no big deal. Just be where you need to be. Get the shoulder blades underneath. Tuck those glutes in. And here we go, hover and raise. I like to really point the toe. That helps to engage all the muscles in the leg, just to help a little bit so the glutes on the other side don't have to do too much work. Now, if this is too hard, another option would be to bend the knee and just tap the toe down. Last 10. Last 5. Last 2. You're almost there. I know this one's tough. Very good. Lower down for just a moment. Maybe a little shaking out of the knees. Whew. Let everything soften, and let's just get to that second side, all right? Come into that position. Pressing into the right foot. Let's raise and lower the left. Now, if you start off with the legs straight, and halfway through you feel like you gotta, change up and go to that bent leg, that's perfect. No worries. We're all gonna be exactly where we're supposed to be. Stay strong on that right side. I know it is really hard on that balancing leg. Last 10. Last 5. You're doing great. Hang in there. Last 2. And 1. Lower down. Whew. You guys are doing super good. Hug those knees in. Stretch out the glutes if you need to. Maybe a little rock from side to side. All right. Let's do a little rock and roll coming all the way up and over our feet. Kind of cross the ankles and send the feet back. All right. We are in this kneeling position. And we're going to do some hip thrusts. So all you're going to do is just sit down, thrust it up. So we got 25 of them. You can keep the hands on the hips or out in front of you, up to you. And let's just get to it. We got 25. 1, 2, making sure that as you send the hips forward, that's where you get that squeeze. Now, if this is really uncomfortable on the knees, you could fold up your yoga mat, doubling or tripling the layer. Could always put a little kneeling pad underneath you or a towel folded up. Last 10. Last 5. Breathing through it. Last 2. Last 1. Let's squeeze and hold. I know it doesn't look like much, but if you've been engaging those glutes, you are feeling it. Keep them lifted, keep them drawing in. There you go. Go ahead, soften, release. All right, we are gonna come to hands and knees. I'm gonna face the camera so that you can see me. All right, the first one that we're gonna do is like this donkey / dog at a fire hydrant posture. So hands right under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And all I'm gonna do at first is open the knee out to the side, that dog at a fire hydrant. Keep the shin parallel with the ankle and the knee. Then lower it down, kick it back behind you in that donkey kick. So out to the side, up and behind. We got 25 on each side. Let's just get it done, all right? So dog, donkey. That's 1, 2. And don't worry about that big number that is ahead of you. Just think about maybe, I'm gonna get to the next 5, I'm gonna get to 10. If 10's no big deal, all right, I'm gonna do 12, I'm gonna do 15. Don't necessarily look at that whole marathon. Just do what you can that's right in front of you. I got 10 more. Keeping that shin as parallel as you can. Try not to let the ankle flop down, so it can kind of want to do that at times. So think of lifting that ankle as you lift the knee. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Whew. Lower that right knee down. My left glute is feeling it. I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit. So in this kneeling position, hands and knees, I'm just gonna send my left hip far off to the left, almost sitting down back by that left heel, stretching it out a bit. All right, let's move into that second side. As many as you can. Try to get the same number that you did on your first side. So if you're at 25 with me, awesome. If you got 15, try to get 15 again. Here we go. Off to the side and up behind. Try to keep the chest lifted. You don't want to let the chest drop towards the floor. Smooth and steady. Keep it going. Guys are doing so good. Over halfway. Keep that energy going. You can do it. This is definitely my stronger side. I'm not feeling it as badly as I did on the first. Just all right. Let's be there for 5 more. Or whatever you got in you. You're doing good. Last 2. And last 1. Woo-wee. There you go. And let's stretch out the right glutes too. So kind of setting the right hip off to the right heel or just to the right side of the mat. You'll notice when it feels that nice good stretch. Hang out there for just a moment. All right, we've got another one ahead of us. So this time we are going to open up our leg to the side. So I'm going to kneel on my left, open my right leg to the right side of my mat. Now you can point the toe and lift the leg up, or if you flex the foot, I find it's a bit more challenging. So either pointing or flexing the foot, do you. Let's just jump in and do the work. We are almost done, you guys. Here we go. And you don't have to lift the leg so that it's parallel to the ground. Just lift it as high as you can. I'm kind of coming up onto the balls of the fingers on my right side just to give me a little bit more lift. You don't have to do that. Creating a little bit more space for a little bit more of a lift. Oh my gosh. 5 more. Whew. 3, 2, 1. Good God. That one was tough. Maybe I'm alone there. All right, kneeling on the right side. Left leg is out, pointing or flexing the foot. Let's do the dang thing. Here we are, 25. Really working that hip as well. Woo, getting so much mobility. Halfway. Whew. Man, this is tough, you guys. You are doing so good if you are hanging in there with me, because I know I am definitely feeling it. 5 more. 2 and 1. Wow. Let's go ahead and sit into a child's pose. So it doesn't matter if the toes are together or they're open, but just sit back, stretch out the glutes. Ooh-wee. Maybe a little wiggle. Soften, relax those muscles. That's really tough. All right. And then, so we've got one more, and this one is going to involve the quads a little bit too. It's very tough. Let's just finish off nice and strong. So we are going to kind of start in this little yogi squat, heels in, toes out, and we're just going to kind of pulse. And we're going to keep it low, so we're not coming up higher than this, just these really short little deep pulses. Let's just get this thing finished so we can move on with our day, get those glutes fired. Here we go, we got 25 of these little pulses. Got that booty on fire, working. The nice thing for yoga, especially working on those glutes, is that the glutes are the primary muscles that support the low back. So if you get low back pain in yoga, you gotta work the glutes. We got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Oh my God, that was so tough. Woo. So that is it for your glute booty burn workout. Very good job, guys. I know you are gonna be feeling it tomorrow morning when you wake up. Very, 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 very good. Please make sure that you give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please share on your social media. Leave me a comment down in the comments section. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see on here next, what you thought about this video. You guys have an amazing day. Make sure you drink your water. Take care. Namaste.